Well, there are always some things that I do. When you do a recon of the course, I look which gears. Okay, so you go off. We want to know if it's in the right gear to get up to speed again, because you all know you want to get back on the bike on this, it's going to be too heavy and you lose 2 places. So you have to be on a pretty light gear. I know that mostly with running speed, if you go back on a flat, say on the third is perfect. So then you can do a good push again and you don't have to shift too quickly anymore. So that's what I try to get my gear on. So sometimes I also look before I get off the bike if it's on the right gear. Yeah, then you've got 2 different kinds of ways to get off the bike. Like you've got the one, I'll demonstrate it when I cycle slowly. The best one I always say is to go through, because then when you get off you can do straight away a step. But you also got the one where you kick out your other leg. You can see that a lot with all pros, they will do that. And then you walk through. Yeah, you don't really have to kick it, you can also just kick out, go out, and then walk through. So those are the 2 ways.
One or the other, is one better than the other?
They say that through the leg is better because of the step you do. So if you come straight to here, so don't think too much about it because you got your own way. The one does it through, the other one does it not. Yeah.
I mean, if it's a like straight high-speed barrier, then through is definitely better, just because then you're set up and you're in a long stride. But I find that if it's out of a corner or something, I'll just do the kick style, just because it's quicker. Like it doesn't take as much time. If you're coasting into the barrier, then you have time to actually take that step through, and the extra momentum helps. But if you're just out of a turn, then get out quick. And
maybe you could try first to hang on the pedal, so you go out for one piece where it's not too soaking. You just go and you get your leg out, and then you just stay a bit, and then just get the saddle against your hip and just coast it a little bit. Ride it out and then get off the bike, walk 2 steps, jump back on the bike. If you do that 5 times, you get a little bit of the feeling of the bike, because once you've got it like this, you can do a lot with the bike. You can steer, you could get around this tree, you know, you can do a lot with it. Well, not that way, but that way. So.
And what's your theory about approaching the barriers and timing and hand position?
If you've never done it, you'll probably already get off here and do 2 steps or 3 steps. Like we will probably get off here and jump straight away over it. Just to.
So your first step, you take 1 step in front.
1 or 2 maximum. Yeah. But maybe with this going up, if it would have been longer up, you could have also just put it on your shoulder, because that's easier. You don't have to lift it and you put it off there. And there are also 2 ways to do that. So you go on the bike, and then you can get off, grab the upper tube and put it on your shoulder. Or when you go really light, already grab the lower one and just straight away put it on your shoulder. So that's the best way, but when it's a sudden, you can't grab it there. That's just when it's too bumpy or it's not nice, then it's not possible. Probably the first times you're gonna put it on your shoulder, you will have a bleeding elbow. Last year I had, I think until October, a bleeding elbow. Just you grab it, and you grab it always too low, and then bang, hit it. So to grab it there and then get through, you know.
So really close to your front tire. Just get your hands as close as you can.
That's why most times I grabbed it here, because there's a bigger hole here. Not that I've got long arms.
I always do it that way.
Yeah. Like Andrew will have problems, but.
Time that you want to push your bike rather than shoulder it and run with it?
Yeah, well, maybe look up this short one. I think pushing is, quicker, because taking it up your shoulder, it takes time. But maybe because of the barriers, this is like a bit of a tipping point. Are you going to do it or are you not going to do it? If this would have been a little bit steeper or a little bit longer, I think I would have put it on the shoulder, because it just costs less energy.
Also, when you have the bike shoulder, do you definitely think about that as a way to impede or stop other people from moving forward?
Because you've got so much to say about your bike. You can walk like this, everyone can pass, but you can also walk like this. See how big I make myself now? Huh? So that's
Pretty big.
they can't pass, or yeah, they can pass, but they will need to have a detour. So that just makes it easier, especially when you want to do something for the win or in the last lap.
Right. But do you want to talk about the remount also? Like getting back on the bike after the barrier?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's also different. I don't know how big everyone's cojones is, so it's just you run, and I just really jump on it and then pedal. So I think the most important is that you look where are my pedals, because if you mount off, if you really practice it a lot, it will mostly always be like this. That's perfect. But sometimes when you do it quick, it can be like this, and for me, that's not nice because you can't really do anything now. So then I look, so I know where it is, and then I jump on, and I won't click miss, because otherwise it can happen that you click wrong and hit your knee or your shin. So yeah, that's how I do it. I don't know how Adam does it, but
Yeah,
I
same.
just jump on it, you know. Yeah.
Do you go directly, I'm not joking, do you go directly to your crotch or do you go to your thigh and then roll?
Yeah, you can croak directly to your thigh, but yeah, I don't. Yeah.
And where are your eyes when you're doing all of this?
Well, first, before I jump, I see where's my pedal, and then I look just only forward. The next thing that you have to do or try to do is when you jump and you have this speed, but you lose it if you do your legs wrong. So try to make it like a
you
like a
swing your
wave,
legs through
like you
and
swing through, click in and go. So you lose as less speed as possible.
That's the next level.
And sling your legs. Like forward you go faster, backwards you go slower. Just
Lars,
easy.
do you want to go through and maybe do it once or twice
Yeah.
so we can see, if you wouldn't mind? Okay.
That was then the kick, just kick your leg out.
Yeah.
And that is why bunny hopping's
That
pointless.
was then going in through.
So Lars, you actually jump when you go over. You're not just trying to time your
No,
gait.
you
Yeah.
just go
Okay.
on the floor and jump.
Okay.